Wimbledon is an absolute disgrace. I said it. The oldest, most prestigious tennis tournament in the world has completely lost its class when it comes to treating its own homegrown legends. We shouldn't really be surprised, though. This is the exact same tennis establishment and British media ecosystem that subjected Andy Murray to years of toxic identity politics. Remember the infamous Andy Murray syndrome? For over a decade, the media built a narrative where he was proudly British when he won, but suddenly relegated to just being Scottish the second he lost. You don't weaponize a player's national identity against them, especially not a two-time champion who single-handedly ended a 77-year British drought. But you'd think the establishment would learn to treat their icons with some respect, right? Wrong. Fast forward to right now in 2026, and they are doing Dan Evans incredibly dirty. At 36 years old, dealing with a chronic wrist injury, Evans officially announced that this grass season, this very Wimbledon, that will be the final tournament of his professional career. He is retiring. Because of his injury-forced ranking drop, he sits at world number 244 and needed a main draw wildcard. And what did the organizers do? They shut the door in his face. They handed the final wildcards to younger Brits, Felix Gill and Harry Wendelken, forcing a former British number 1 and Davis Cup champion to grind through 3 grueling rounds of qualifying at Roehampton just to play in his final Grand Slam. Look, I know wildcards are always a massive debate. We see legends like Venus and Serena Williams getting main draw access purely based on their reputation and past glory. But here's the difference. The Williams sisters haven't officially stated when they are hanging it up. Evans has. This is his definitive final farewell on home soil, and they couldn't afford him a single shred of respect? What makes this a total slap in the face is how quickly Wimbledon forgot the massive sacrifice Dan Evans made for British tennis just 2 years ago. Back in 2024, Evans gave up defending his 500-point singles title in Washington. Why? So he could travel to the Paris Olympics and be Andy Murray's doubles partner for Murray's final farewell tour. Think about that. He sacrificed a massive chunk of his own career, forfeited 500 ranking points, plummeted down the standings, and forced himself into a cycle of playing grueling challenger events at 34 and 35 years old, all out of pure loyalty to a compatriot and his country. Those emotional, legendary Olympic doubles matches we all watched, Evans deserved a massive amount of credit for making them happen. He put country over career, and how does the establishment reward that loyalty by making him qualify for his own goodbye party? It's no wonder Dan took to Instagram to blast them, posting a screenshot highlighting his Olympic sacrifice right next to his wildcard snub. First Queen's Club blanks him for a wildcard, and now Wimbledon does the exact same thing. It is incredibly classless management. Let's look at the bigger picture here. British tennis is currently undergoing a massive decline. Look at Roland Garros this year. It was an absolute disaster. Only 2 British players, Katie Boulter and Francesca Jones, even managed to qualify for the second round. Everyone else either crashed out in round 1 or failed to make the main draw entirely. If British tennis is struggling this badly, why on earth are your governing bodies and tournaments alienating the veterans who paved the way? If Wimbledon is going to establish a trend where top-drawer local players get frozen out of their own farewell tours, they are going to kill off any remaining motivation for the next generation. Dan Evans has given his blood, sweat, and ranking points to British tennis for nearly 2 decades. He deserved a proper center court goodbye, not the cold shoulder. But what do you guys think? Is Wimbledon right to prioritize younger players? Or is this a complete lack of class for a British warrior? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe for more tennis updates, and I'll see you next time.